It's time for Outdoors in the Valley on WJER. Outdoors in the Valley is brought to you by TMK Valley Propane in Bakersville. When looking for a reliable local propane provider, trust TMK Valley Propane. Affordable, friendly, professional, all the way with TMK. Outdoors in the Valley is coming up next.
Reduce your energy costs and get rebates up to $400? Thad here for TMK Valley Propane. The Ohio Propane Council offers Ohio residents rebates for installing new propane water heaters and furnaces. Heck, even licensed installers can receive incentives for installation. Visit OhioPropaneRebates.com. This public service announcement is brought to you by your friends at TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Welcome to WJER's Outdoors in the Valley. I'm your host, Tom Reed. Youth deer gun season is this weekend. It's a good time for a fresh reminder to be safe out there. Director of Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital's Emergency Department, Dr. John Current, has some surprising facts about hunting dangers.
Hunting's curious because certainly can see cold injuries being out there, but usually grown-ups, and they're usually dressed for the occasion. The number one type of injury that we see with hunting injuries is tree stand falls. You're up in the air, it's cold, you're tired, fall asleep and fall out of their tree stands. For a lifetime hunter, you have about a 1 in 20 chance of having a tree stand injury. And there was a study in Midwest Ohio. They looked at a couple of level 1 trauma centers. About 50% of the hunting injuries that they saw were from fall. 29% were just from gunshot wounds. From an ER standpoint, I always recommend you take a hunter safety course. Make sure your kids are educated. My sons took a hunter safety course both when they were 10 years old, before they ever carried a gun in the woods. Hunting is a big part of our culture here in Northeast Ohio, but we need to be respectful of it, and we need to be mindful of how we go about it. And treating it safely and taking care of that at a young age is very important. Of the gunshot wounds that you do see, about 58% of those are self-inflicted. So it's not people shooting each other, it's people shooting themselves. And about 42% of those gunshot wounds are other people actually hitting someone.
But Dr. Current says humans aren't the only hunting danger to look out for.
It's a big concern in the fall. The ticks are more prevalent, and we have had a progressive increase in our temperatures around here in Northeast Ohio. We don't have as cold of winters, and the tick population has been, for years, you'd be out and wouldn't notice. In the last 5 years, I think you'll come in, you may have 10 ticks crawling on you when you come back from hunting in the woods. Very much more ticks being seen, and we're seeing a lot higher incidence of Lyme's disease. And so when you have a tick bite, the CDC recommendations are, if the tick's been on for 36 hours, if the tick looks engorged, then they recommend that you go ahead and get prophylaxis for that. It's a one-time antibiotic treatment. So don't ignore it. I've seen just lately, I had a couple of patients, young children, come in that had swollen joints. The tick bite had been a couple months ago. They hadn't really paid any attention to it, and can get all kind of complications from Lyme. So if you get a bite, if it's been on for more than 36 hours, if it looks engorged, you should consider getting Lyme prophylaxis. One of the other things to keep in mind is animal bites. We do see rabies in the Northeast Ohio. A month ago or so, they started a program where they're trying to actually drop vaccines out to try to vaccinate animals. Raccoons are one of our biggest vectors, and so are bats. So anybody that would receive a bite from rabies from a wild animal like that, they need to get reevaluated and get checked. Rabies, if you don't treat it and you actually get rabies, is almost 100% fatal. So you want to get the prophylaxis and get the shots if you get in that scenario.
Be sure to thoroughly check your clothes, skin, and hair for any extra passengers after hunting during youth deer gun season this weekend. Adult deer gun hunters must wait until designated dates in December. For dates, rules, permits, and more, visit ohiodnr.gov. Another full week of fun is waiting for all ages at the Wilderness Center. WJER's Community Events Coordinator, Carrie Williams, has the highlights.
Kids ages 9 and up are invited to another Animal Keeper for a Day event where they will learn how to care for the center's ambassador reptiles. That's this Thursday from 10:30 to noon. Registration is required. On Friday, the focus is stream beds. Learn the trickle-down effect of stream bank erosion that impacts water quality and surrounding habitat. Wear your hiking boots and dress for the weather to help repair an eroding stream bank this Friday from 10 to 1. Whittlers and photographers might also be interested to know that the Wilderness Center hosts regular meetings of the Woodcarvers Club and the Nature Photo Club. Both will meet next weekend. To learn more and to register for these events, visit wildernesscenter.org.
Everyone is invited for a luminary walk at the Aqueduct next Saturday, November 23rd. Arrive between 4:30 and 8 to enjoy a beautiful stroll through the McDonald Trailhead, Ohio Erie Canal Towpath Trail in Bolivar. Registration is required. Call 330-365-3279. For WJER, I'm Tom Reed, wishing you a safe and colorful season outdoors in the Valley.
Thanks for listening to Outdoors in the Valley on WJER, brought to you weekly by TMK Valley Propane in Bakersville, online at tmkvalleypropane.com.